What's good, everyone? Welcome to episode 8 of The Road to HMO. So, what are we up to this week? Well, we are progressing with this JV. We've finally got in touch with the accountants. We're trying to get the right information to proceed with that. We've got to get a replacement deal for that. So, putting offers in, finding deals. I'll show you some of that this week because I don't really show that normally. And then, we've got to sell deals. We do have a couple of deals for the rent to rent strategy. We are phasing that out a little bit, trying to focus a little bit more on the HMO stuff, which means that I am going to be taking on some editing clients, some freelance editing clients. Well, I'm technically doing the freelance. Anyway, you get it. I'm going to be doing some editing, helping some people out with their content. So we are in a position where we need to make money. No two ways about it. Money needs to be made, especially with rent to rent sort of being phased out. So had a good chat this morning with my broker, getting an understanding of how she works things out because there was a bit of confusion on my front. But it's always good to go back through it, even though I've been looking at these deals for a while now. It's always good to get that opinion from the broker, I guess. It's always good to get that opinion from my broker. So lots to be done this week. Also, just a quick one on this hair. I'm going to be at an awards ceremony in like a week and a half. It's such an awkward timing, but if I get a haircut now, it's going to be like an awkward phase. So you're going to have to deal with this messy mop. Guys, one of my biggest pet peeve and most annoying aspects of doing property, investing in property, is having to deal with agents who they don't know how to value a property. Right, I'm going to show you this property because we're not going to be able to offer on it, so it doesn't really bother me. But look at this, right? So I'm looking at this property. It's on the market now for $250. It was on the market for $280, right? Sorry, So it was on the market for $280. It's on the market for $250 now. It's been on the market for April, right? So, this isn't getting sold. So I would be using it as an HMO. So obviously we would need the price a little bit lower than that. But, I was trying to understand what is their rationale behind having it so high. So I've done my due diligence. I'd go maximum half a mile, but I'd start off with a quarter of a mile because that's ideal. And nothing within a quarter mile radius is sold as a 4-bed within the last 24 months. That is the maximum I would go. Ideally, that's 12 months, right? So then you go to half a mile, and there's a property sold in the last 2 years for $245. And look, it doesn't look as good of a standard, but still, it's got a huge garden, huge plot, nicely maintained at the back. So within the last 2 years, something has sold at $245. Now, this property itself, it does need, I would say it needs work, obviously, but I'm going to be using it as a HMO. But even still, right, they weren't willing to accept anything below this $250, and that's why it's been on the market for so long. $250, it's not worth that. It's not. Even for a first-time buyer, it's ridiculous. And this is the biggest annoyance that I have with dealing with property, investing in property and dealing with agents, because the woman on the phone, bless her, she was really nice, but she was telling me how experienced the valuer is and all this sort of stuff. And I said, well, where's the evidence to suggest that it is actually £280,000? And it just isn't, So, this is probably the most annoying part about property, having to deal with people who are in jobs, unfortunately, just to get a paycheck, and they don't understand how to value properties, and they can't even, provide the evidence to suggest that the end value should be at a certain price. Rant over. Hi everyone. Honestly, I don't know what's happened this week. It's genuinely been one of the fastest and slowest weeks I've ever had. I don't even know how that makes sense, but every single day seemed to drag, but then I look back and the week's just gone by. Honestly, and not a lot has happened. been struggling to shift these Manchester deals just because we need experienced SA operators to take it on, which limits the investors by quite a bit. And with the lead up to Christmas, a lot of people seem to be taking their foot off the gas. So that's been a little bit frustrating. We had a deal in North Yorkshire as well, which we found out today that you actually need planning permission in County Durham for the property to be used as service accommodation, which I didn't know. I know that London has something like this. I know that North Wales has something like this, but I never knew that County Durham did. So every day is a learning day. But that means that deal is on hold at the minute. And then what else was we working on this week? On Monday, we were expecting obviously a contract to start doing some video editing as we phase out the rent-to-rent sourcing and start focusing more on HMO deals and flip deals. So yeah, wanted to crack on with some video editing, but that has fallen through or is being postponed for the foreseeable as well. So I've just been doing some outreach to see if anyone else needs any help. So honestly, it's been a very slow week. I feel like the last few weeks have been very slow. I've barely been out to like even go and do steps. Like I go to the gym, come back, and then I'm on my desk all day, trying to find deals, reaching out to people, and honestly, it's long at the minute. It's really long. It's long. I think it's just that time of year. Things are slow with agents, things are slow with investors, people are taking their foot off the gas, which isn't ideal when you're trying to make things happen. But look, it is what it is. You just got to go with it. But yeah, we've still got a couple of days left of the week. Hopefully plotters will still be going on tomorrow. I know that there's something going on tonight, so I think so hopefully plotters are still on tomorrow. It's been called off this week on Thursday because of the rain. So hopefully we can still make the most of the weekend. Plotters tomorrow, unless I'm missing something. So that would be an hour, a bit of running. And yeah, I'm really trying to figure out some stuff in regards to content creation, lead generation, things that will mostly impact me in 2025. But whilst it's a bit slower in other areas, I'm really trying to figure it out because I really want to increase the amount of leads that we're getting. I really want to increase the amount of quality content I'm putting out. I want to put more educational content out on YouTube. I want to produce more short form content as well, which can help grow the page. I think at the start of the year, I naively said I want to grow to 5,000 followers. That was before I'd even started posting regularly. So I'm at about 2,000 now. So I've grown by about 1,000, which isn't the best, but I've been figuring out how to edit different styles, and it's been a good learning curve. But next year I really do want to push those numbers up. So I've been spending a lot of time trying to figure that out. But yeah, apologies for not recording over the last couple of days. Not much has happened, to be honest. Just trying to think if anything else has. My business partner Alex, his one of his investors has actually pulled out. Well, not pulled out, it's just delayed. So it might be a case where we're going to be putting our funds that we'd raised with our other JV partner into this project. So I guess that's a bit of a big update that we could be having the first HMO coming a lot sooner. But today I've been reaching out to try and raise the funds for that anyway.